Hi, my name's Gemma. I'm the Community Engagement Ranger for the North Access team. This is Luna. She's the very important dog who'll be joining us on our walk today. She's going to own it basically, we're going to follow her. We're going to start today at West Down Nature Reserve. This is managed by Chilbolton Parish Council. So right now we're in Hampshire, we're very close to Stockbridge, very close to Chibolton, near the Test Way. So we're going to start here today. The nature reserve is a really important habitat, so we've got chalkland, grassland and woodland habitats here. And what we're going to do, we're going to do a circular walk around the nature reserve and then we're going to cross the Test Way to Chilbolton Common. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do.
This route starts and finishes at the car park for the West Down Nature Reserve. There's plenty of off-road parking. There is also a really nice pub just over the bridge called the Mayfly if you fancy refreshments after. The footpath starts just behind the recycling area in the car park and takes you through some woodland. Follow the path up the gradual hill and soon the woodland opens with views of the surrounding fields. The path then takes a sharp left-hand turning, which is where you see your first glimpse of Chibolton Observatory on the right-hand side. However, the best views are a little bit further along, so keep on going down the footpath. So now we've reached Chibolton Observatory. This is the UK hub of meteorological measurements, radio astronomy and satellite tracking. It's tucked away in the Hampshire countryside. You would not guess it's here. The site originally was used by the RAF and the US Air Force during World War II. The footpath becomes a little enclosed at this point between two fences. You will shortly come to a pedestrian gate and you have two choices, a track which goes to the left which heads back through the nature reserve, or the footpath which continues along the fence line. We are going to take the option of following the right of way, so let's continue along the fence line. At this point you'll see field boundaries on your right hand side and thick vegetation on your left. Soon you come to a junction, we need to continue going straight ahead. Just a little bit further along and you'll have the best views of Chibolton Observatory and the surrounding countryside to enjoy. Once you've enjoyed the views of Chibolton Observatory, the footpath comes to a road.
So behind us we can see Chibolton Observatory. Now we're going to make our way to Chibolton Cow Common.
So we need to take the immediate left-hand turning, which is identified with a finger post. This footpath leads you past some private gardens, which are on your right-hand side, but with some beautiful scenic views of rural fields on your left. The scenery now starts to change as the footpath leads you into some woodland. You'll also come across a set of steps, so you need to make your way down those and continue through the woodland up until the road junction ahead. So we've come to the point now where the footpath has left the woodland and has joined Coley Lane. You'll see a finger post on your left hand side. It's located at the road verge. It clearly indicates which way to go.
So we've just come from Chibolton Observatory and we're on the main road. What you can do if you want to shorten your route is carry on down West Down Nature Reserve, just following the signpost through the nature reserve there to my right. We are going to go onto the Test Way, just across the road and get to Chibolton Cow Common.
So now we've joined the Test Way. Once you've crossed the road, you'll see there is a bench there, so if you want to take a seat and enjoy the views, that's a perfect place to do so. The route takes you alongside some private gardens and some really lovely views of the river. As you continue down the Test Way, you will come to Chibolton's Memorial Playing Field. Go through the gate and follow the path around the field. To exit the Memorial Playing Field, there is another gate to go through. At this point, you will also notice the Test Way green way marker, indicating for you to walk up the gravel track. So follow the gravel track past the car park and you will enter the common. The entrance and the continuation of the Test Way is clearly indicated on the way marking post.
So now we've made it to Chibolton Cow Common. The common is a triple SI site, so that's Site of Special Scientific Interest. There are 212 plant species here and some rare birds and rare insects. So do tread carefully when you come here. It's really important to also add that there usually are cows grazing here, so they are conservation grazing. So if you're going to bring a dog here, you must make sure your dog is under control. I've Luna on a lead and she's been on a lead throughout this walk. So for me, that is the best way of controlling my dog. So when you are here, be mindful, you're on a triple SI site and there are cows present. So we're going to have a little loop round now and investigate and have a look at what we can find.
The route takes you over a bridge. Now this is the part of the river which is a popular place for people to dip their feet in, and equally a popular paddle stop for our canine friends. There are plenty of benches dotted around if you want to do a spot of bird watching or just take in the tranquility around you. You can walk around the common, keeping to the tracks which are clearly identified. Just keep an eye out for those cows because they can be quite well hidden. Once you've enjoyed Chibolton Cow Common, head back the way you came along the Test Way.
So we've come back up the Test Way from Chibolton. We're now at the nature reserve. What we're going to do is we're going to go through the nature reserve back to the car park. So at this point it's just really nice to enjoy. The sun is starting to set. It's a beautiful, beautiful view behind me. It's really, really peaceful. So I would say this part of the walk is just a real nice time to take a little bit of time and listen to the nature behind you.
The Test Way will lead you through the nature reserve and straight back to the car park and where we started.
If you've really enjoyed this walk, it'd be great if you could follow us. Have a little look on the link below. And me and Luna would just like to say thanks for joining us, and we'll see you again soon.